friends, Angela here, and I have a special guest.
Tony Mack from the 1962 McFadden Cigar Company.
Yep, so today's going to be a special day. As you can see, again, I'm on location. We're at the 1502 Ruby Lounge in Carmel, New York, and we are going to bring it in. Boom.
Boom.
Okay, I am so pleased to have you here. We're just going to do a little quick outline because here's what we're going to do today. Now Tony said he's down for some fun, so I don't even know. I always like to say, throw in a couple of those dad jokes just for fun, but I think he's going to keep us laughing all on his own. But today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about his very own cigar, and while I cut and light that, of course, T-Mac is going to just tell us all about it. And I'm going to have Tony close the show with me with our signature toasts. We're going to teach him that. And let's just get right into it. Well, actually, since I'm on location and this is T-Mac's first time here on our pod, the PurosMusic pod, we all want to welcome our good friend here, T-Mac. I brought a little something for you.
Oh, really? Oh, this is beautiful. I love presents.
So this is a thank you for coming on. Have you had Woodford Reserve there? I took a guess. I'm like...
One of my favorites.
Okay.
One of my favorites. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure.
This is beautiful. Thank you. And I have something for you as well.
Oh, cool.
All right. This is from the 1962 McFadden Cigar Collection. My signature is the cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you see this GQ man sitting here right now? T-Mac, he brings it. Every time I see him in this lounge, he's got the right outfit on. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I mean, we're going to get a close-up on that. This is your signature. It says McFadden 1962 Cigar Company. Nice. Should I put it on?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
please do.
This is, wow.
You can't do an interview
All right.
with T-Mac unless you actually have that cowboy hat on.
All right.
That's one of my requirements.
I tell you what, since we didn't cheers yet, this is a perfect time.
It is.
Cheers to that. Right now, normally sometimes we have spirits, but today, Tony and I, we call you Tony, or we're just gonna
T-Mac.
call you T-Mac. We're calling you T-Mac. T-Mac and I, we're just gonna cheers with some coffee today. So cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Alasante, and cheers
Alasante.
to you out there. All right, T-Mac, I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted a custom cowgirl hat, so
Well, that's
this
you.
is nice.
There you go. That's you.
All right, this is gonna be my new look right here.
There you go.
All right, so let's tell the people, what are we doing?
We're going to actually talk about my long life in cigars. I'll try to keep it short, but
Well, let's tell the people. This is yours.
Yes.
And is this now your first cigar or your second cigar? I think you have a few, right? A couple?
Well, I have two lines. Right now, you have the McFadden Habano, okay? And that's a 6x52 with a Dominican, all Dominican, with a hints of Nicaraguan. It's produced in Santiago, Tamboril, Dominican Republic, and it's a beautiful cigar. My company has two lines: the McFadden Habano, and also the Mac Limitada, which is a 5x52 with San Andreas wrapper, which is the dark oily finish.
Nice.
So, I used to have my own cigar lounge in Manhattan. It was called Madison Cigar Lounge, and it was located on Madison Avenue between 118th and 119th Street about 17 years ago. Had it for 4 years, and after that, I stayed in the business, just consulting and talking to people. And about 2 years ago, I decided that, you know what, why not add something on my bucket list and start my own cigar brand?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so from idea to, seed to stick, as they say, or,
Yeah.
idea to fruition, material, like how long did it take? But
It
you
took.
must have been thinking. Do you think that also you were kind of thinking about it when you had your lounge? Like maybe one day, or it didn't kind of pop into your head until
It didn't really
years
pop
ago?
into
Yeah.
my head until like maybe 2.5 years ago, and I knew enough about the business to really get it started. My travel to the Dominican Republic also motivated me to do that, and I felt that it was time, and basically I did it, just to add something to life's bucket list, to say that I had my own cigar named after me, after my family, and I came up with 1962 McFadden Cigar Company down here with a couple of people. And I have cigars in Atlanta. I have cigars in Nevada. I have cigars here in New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. And I have another line coming out, I would say February.
Yeah, we're gonna feature you again. T Mac graciously agreed. He said when that cigar drops, we'll do another talk about that. So we'll definitely have to have that. Will be a great excuse to see you can't say no. We'll have him on again, and we'll definitely talk about that. I want to like smoke that, talk about that. That's great.
Right.
Yeah. So that is that like a definite drop date, or you're working on the
well,
behind the scenes?
right now-
I love the behind the scenes of there's a lot. There's a lot to they say like it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, like overnight success. So it's like you're doing all the behind the scenes footwork, and there's all the business
Exactly.
end of it, and
Exactly.
the tastings. Right, you have to taste it and see
Exactly.
what blend you want.
Exactly. Everything is hard work. You got to put in the work. There's a lot of boutiques cigars that come out. People actually buy them at some of the local shops, and then they actually do the labels online. Not me. I went to the Dominican Republic. I went to the field. I looked at tobacco companies, and I felt that I wanted to go with one that really embodied what I believe
Yep.
is hard work and family values.
Family
Okay,
values, yeah.
and the company I selected, they actually do that. So what I did, I started out with two lines. Like I said, the McFadden Habano and the Mac Limitada.
I think which one did I have a while back with the blue band?
You had the Mac Limitada, which
And-
is a 5x52 Robusto.
Yeah, that's a nice.
And-
I don't believe I've tried this one. Now this is the forgive me, if I already forgot. This is the Habano.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the
You just
McFadden
told me,
Habano.
guys, and I was smoking. Now what was that wrapper on the outside?
That
Oh,
the other one,
yeah.
the other one I gave you is the newer version of the Mac Limitada. That one has a bigger ring gauge.
Okay, yeah.
And
that's
when you
nice.
try that one
Decent
later
idea.
on,
Yeah.
you're probably going to want to call me back this evening to do another podcast.
I think it
But
was.
I have to actually talk with my secretary about my schedule.
Okay, yeah. He's got the goods here. Yep. So this is now you have two cigars out right this second, or three?
Yes, I
right
have
this
two. I have two out, but I'll have a third one.
That's the one. Because I want to just let the people know now, because if you're not in this tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, you said you had this and that, in Atlanta, you said.
Yes.
Now, can you say which lounge? Because people watch from all over.
Well, down in Atlanta at Goodfellas,
Oh, so they can, if you're, hey, shout out to Goodfellas Lounge.
and
If you're
also
in that
Yes We
area.
Smoke down in Atlanta.
Cool. Yeah, or you could DM T Mac on his Insta for more information if you live, in another in
And-
Michigan. If you live in Michigan and you're watching, thanks. And we have to say it big and loud with me. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank
I really
you.
actually comment below. I really want to know where you guys and gals are watching from. That'd be cool. I mean, we're a big cigar community, so
And also, if you're here in New York, of course, here at the Carmel Cigar Vault.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank the family here for actually introducing and allowing me to have my cigars featured here. So, how do you enjoy that so far?
Nice.
Nice?
Nice. Yeah, it's got a good draw. It has a good pull on it.
Mhm.
And so far I'm getting a few different notes. You know, sometimes when I smoke it for the very first time, I have to kind of get a sense
Right.
of what I'm tasting, but it has a nice aroma, and it's really. Is there cedar notes I'm supposed to be pulling?
There's
Because
the,
I'm picking up some nice notes on this.
yeah, you know what, you'll pick up
It's
creamy vanilla in the beginning,
yeah.
some hints of coffee and
Mm-hmm.
molasses,
That's what it
a
is.
little
Molasses.
splash
There's
of,
complexities in here. I like it.
yes,
Yeah.
a little splash of the coffee. And one thing I wanted was a cigar that was not harsh on your throat
Mm-hmm.
and did not actually burn your eyes too much.
That's
You know,
important.
some cigars they're very heavy
Mm-hmm.
as far as like with the smoke, and most people they complain about that. Uh, it's a very good cigar. You can smoke that in the morning with coffee.
Oh, I would say
I usually
for
start
sure.
off the day with a McFadden Habano, and then I end it with a Robusto. I smoke other cigars just to actually, find out what recipes are in there so I can
Mm-hmm.
add them to mine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like taste testing like a chef.
Exactly.
So as T Mac was telling us, you were in the city. Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Terrytown, New York.
So but you landed when you had your shop in the city. Did you live in the city?
No, I worked in the city. I had a full-time job, and I worked part-time for a lot of cigar companies. Well, cigar retail stores and lounges, from Barclay Rex to De La Concha, where I worked there for about 3 years and learned a lot about cigars through the Melende family. Lionel Melende, and Ron Melende, who is the rep for 1502.
Oh, okay.
Learned a lot from that family, um, and I did some repping for Miami Cigars. Nestor Miranda. There was a cigar shop inside Grand Central called Fryboys, and it was back in the late '90s that place was there when they allowed smoking uh, in New York City.
Yeah, a lot has changed through the
Yeah,
years.
a lot has changed.
Because I was just talking to a guy of how, like, he said, remember when the dads used to smoke on the, you'd smell the cigars when we were playing, like, baseball? Like, we're talking, like, when you were in, like, junior high.
Yes.
It's like the dads were standing on the sidelines with a cigar. He's like, I think those days are gone. But yeah, I mean, I want to bring it back. I mean, if you're outside, I mean, come on. A lot of it, I get it and I don't get it because a lot of it is also on property, right? So you're spanning quite a large area of outside, or if you're playing like a soccer game, but it's on a school zone and the entire property is no tobacco. I mean, I don't know. I have opinions on it. I'm sure we all have opinions on it. That's why it's important, especially we're in New York, to look up the information of the NYCA, the New York Cigar Association. It's important because, they kind of fight, and you could kind of talk upon this too. I really think it's important, and this is my opinion, to separate cigars from cigarettes.
Oh, big time.
Because you can't, it
Big
used
time.
to be more people, because that's how I got into cigars. My family, a lot of the old time, my great uncles and stuff, they would always have a cigar in their mouth. Or even when the plumber would come over. I remember, I could have been 8 years old. I have a distinct memory. I have the smell of they were chewing on the cigar,
Right.
I think the plumber came in the house with it in his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It wasn't this like elite banded,
Yeah.
license, long. It's probably a short stick. But
Right.
so, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm totally against, cigarettes being in the same confined spaces as cigars. Pipe smoking is fine, but cigarettes, no. And I'm really not in favor of some of the smoking bans. You can't smoke in certain parks or on the beach, but since they made, marijuana legal, which, hey, listen, to each their own, they can smoke anywhere. I was coming out of a restaurant in New York City,
Yep. Yep.
and people were, smoking, their marijuana right in front of the restaurant. You come out of a store or anywhere, and I don't know if there's a skunk in the area, okay. But when I want to light my cigar, I'm being scolded. So
You
I'm
basically
totally
get
against that.
handcuffed.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
totally against that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Um, uh, the smoking ban, and then also the tobacco tax, it's just really unreasonable. They're talking about they're trying to actually stop young kids from smoking cigars. First of all, this is too expensive. All right, you're not going to find an 18-year-old, 19 or 21-year-old, buying these cigars. Well, maybe 21, 22, but that's a person that can afford it.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of like it's insulting to all because if we are talking about alcohol, I mean, you're not going to have a 16-year-old be allowed into a bar. They're not going to allow them in to, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So why? I mean, this lounge isn't going to allow a kid
No.
inside of it. So it's
No,
like, where
not
do
at
they
all.
think they're going to get these cigars from? I don't
Exactly.
know. I mean, like again, this is my opinion, but this is I'm here for the fun of it, and cigar community. But honestly, it seems you said the right word, unreasonable. It's unreasonable.
It is.
I mean, it's a little bit over the line.
It is. It's too much.
Yeah.
Keep
I mean,
your
it
hands
was,
off my cigars, FDA. All right? Watch my food, watch the drugs, but keep your hands off of our cigars.
Well, wasn't there a good ruling though that came down? It was just only part of it. Like not this past summer, but the summer prior. Wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a ruling.
something that was in our favor. So there's hope.
Yeah,
but
there is hope.
There's
There
always
is hope.
slow and steady movement when
Yeah.
it comes to moving the needle. But
Exactly.
like I
Exactly.
said, we're here for fun, and we're here to talk about the wrapper, binder, filler. Now, T-Mac, did you tell us? I was probably focusing on when I was lighting this.
So that's a Habano wrapper.
And
Okay.
forgive me when I get in my own world here because I'm the editor at large doing this, so I'm always looking at the camera to see if it's actually still recording. So I probably didn't hear. So forgive me if you're repeating yourself.
Nah, you know
Did
what?
tell
You're
us
doing
what
fine.
was in the filler? Or
Yes.
is it a secret blend?
It's a secret blend, but it's a Dominican and Nicaraguan blend.
Yeah, that's what you did say. Yeah, but I mean, and you said the molasses. Yeah, it's very flavorful. It's really nice. I could tell that I am drinking coffee. It goes beautiful with coffee, and I could tell it will go well with even like do I dare say it, tequila as
A tequila. You can pair it with a bourbon. You can pair it with a whiskey or scotch. I would prefer red wine.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that.
Okay.
'Cause, there's another lounge I go to where they serve wine a lot, the red wine, and I see a lot of people drinking red wine with their cigar more so than the bourbon. I think, you know what?
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like a red wine, but I love a red wine actually, the taste with a cigar, but wine for me gets me sleepy. So that's kind of why. I mean, and tequila, I never have any effect. So
Wow.
you
Okay.
could
I
drink that up and not get too loopy.
Yeah.
So you gotta find your pairings with your cigar.
Yeah. I prefer a Woodford Reserve. I like a Jameson.
I brought the right thing.
Yeah, you bought the right thing.
I took a lucky guess.
Yes, Woodford Reserve. I like Balvenie. I like a McAllen. I like my Jameson. McFadden. I'm Irish. Yeah, I'm Guinness Stout Black and Tan, baby.
Yeah, Guinness Stout. Yeah, can we tell the people? That's so cool.
Yeah.
That he was saying, because at first I looked at him and he goes, no, I am
Part Irish. Great-great-grandmother. She is Irish and gave my great-great-grandfather her last name. He was a free slave, and they met back in 1898, I believe, and had my grandfather around 1908.
Is that Oliver?
Oliver.
Yeah, but
Oliver
we're putting a
McFadden.
pin in that.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in
We
that.
are going to talk about
Yeah.
that in depth
Yeah.
next time. So stay tuned, folks. That's a good one. That's a
So
good
that's
story.
how I got the last name McFadden.
Because see, T-Mac suits you.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
mean, like I
It
said,
does.
look at this guy. He's GQ, and with a name like that, the swagger is just like pouring
I
out.
clean up well. Well, I knew I was getting ready to come on your show, so of course, I had to make sure that I was set and ready.
You're set and ready, but whenever I see you here at the lounge, though, you're still looking good. I mean,
Oh,
that
thank you.
skull jacket you have, he has a custom-made skull
Yeah.
with a big skull in the back. It's custom-made and with rhinestone or something with that?
Yeah, rhinestones, yeah.
It's nice. But, all right, so, like I said, thank you for subscribing. We're going to get to the music portion. I want you to please comment below what type of music vibe you enjoy while you're chilling, either in your back porch, this and that, with your cigar, your friends, or at your favorite lounge. What type of music do you guys listen to? So comment below on that, but T-Mac's going to tell us your music vibes when you're chilling with a cigar. What's like your go-to vibe?
I love jazz. I like Monk, Mingus, Coltrane, Miles Davis. I go with that vibe. I like also Grover Washington, his version of Take 5, which is by Dave Brubeck, and I like Dave Brubeck's version of it as well. I also love blues, John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters, yeah, because I don't
Buddy
did
Guy.
I tell you that we have there's a public playlist that associates with this podcast, so we're gonna put it up. So Buddy Guy, yeah, Buddy Guy is cool. What would you say would be like your favorite Buddy Guy song?
Oh, there's so many. I like B.B. King as well.
Yeah.
Ray Charles is one of my favorites. And I love some R&B. I like country. I like Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of Chris Stapleton up on the list.
Whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, we
one of
got
my
to look
favorite
for that
songs.
today. Yeah,
And
that's a good one.
also Laney Wilson. I like some Johnny Cash.
Oh, I love Johnny Cash.
And Loretta Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
I like her. I have a wide variety. Also, I have some other newer country people that are getting into the country game. Some black country artists. Can't think of their names, but
to the 2, to the 3, to the 4.
yes, that one. That I like that
love
one.
that
I don't
song.
know who.
Shabuzi.
Yeah, Shabuzi.
That's
I
a
like
good
that
one.
one.
That's a fun one. I have
Yeah.
that up on the plate. That's a fun one. I
Yeah.
love that song.
Yeah, that's
he's
a really
making
good
headway.
song.
He was featured on Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
So
really?
So that means that, in my opinion, once you make it when you're on SNL and the up and coming,
Yeah.
you're not only musically talented, but you're cool.
Yeah.
Because that means the young guys like you, the old guys.
Yeah.
That's what I always find. Because I'm Gen X. And T-Mac's just a little bit older than me, so we have
Yes.
different generational music tastes. But I think
The
today,
1962 is the year I was born.
I was gonna say I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna say you.
No,
can say it.
I'll say it. Listen.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, you don't look it anyway. So.
Oh well, thank you.
But yeah, the year you were born. Yeah, I was born in '73, but I don't.
I was born in '62.
But we look like we were born in
Yeah.
'80. But yeah, that's the cool thing about that, when you say like Ray Charles and stuff, we get to an age where and Johnny Cash, they're making biopics, they're making movies about all these guys, and you feel
Yes.
then all of a sudden the movie comes out and you're like, okay, now I feel old. Because I like Eddie Van Halen too. Do you like any Van Halen?
You know what? I like some rock from the '60s. I like the Doors, the Mama and the Papas. I used to hear all that from my uncles. They would play that, and the Rolling Stones.
That's what I'm after.
And then also one of my favorite groups is Led Zeppelin, and Chicago, Aerosmith, Eagles. So I have an eclectic taste when it
Yeah.
comes to music. I have a wide variety of music that I play. When I'm driving in my pickup truck.
Yeah. Now, would you blast some Led Zeppelin?
Oh
Can
yeah,
we
most
find you
definitely. You know
going
what?
down
One
the
of my
pike with your cowboy hat and
Oh
some
yeah, well
Led
one of my
Zeppelin?
well when I'm working out in the gym, one of my favorite songs to play with Led Zeppelin is Kashmir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
The
know,
drums on
the
that.
drums on that, I
Forget it.
just keep
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
intense.
I play the drums. Did I tell you that?
Oh,
I'm an
really?
amateur at yeah. I'm not yeah. That's my own hobby, drums. But the piano, I even did a little bit. I dabbled in it early on in college. But,
Okay.
I wrote some songs, but
All right.
just for it's not, I'm not on the radio or anything. But yeah, drums. Do you play any instruments?
No, I don't. I always wanted to learn how to play the piano. There's two instruments that I love:
Mm-hmm.
piano and guitar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I play piano.
and saxophone.
Oh yes, my son used to play sax for quite a bit there, and those are good. Those are good days when he'd be practicing. He was pretty good because even when I was like young, and I played the clarinet at school, I think I was kind of like, like it was. But when he played the sax, he was very smooth. So I was very proud of him. But yeah, I played piano, guitar, and drums, and just really at this point in my life, it's my own personal hobby. But when
Okay.
I was in college, I was very serious with it, and I was in jam bands, and we would just like do some light recording. But
Right.
I used to think I was going to be on MTV, but that never happened. So
It still
you know.
can happen.
I
still
was
can
like,
happen.
that ship sailed.
Well, you know what? Well, you have your own show now. How did you get into cigars, and what do you think of my cigars?
Well, look at this. I mean, the ash is holding. I don't know if you could see that. Maybe I'll zoom in. The ash is holding up nice. I really like when I see that, a strong ash buildup. That the construction is really nice, and also I can see like the dot in the
Yeah.
I could see the circle of the hand roll. You can see
The construction of it is
the
beautiful.
high quality.
It's a great cigar.
See the quality. So A+ to you.
Thank you.
But me, I just, I always kind of knew I would smoke cigars one day. I think
Right.
as a mom, I kind of kept putting it off. I don't think I really wanted to be huffing on a cigar around like a 5-year-old, like we were saying with like laws and
Right.
tobacco and kids. Like I get that part of it, but I'm just saying like when you're off in like a soccer field.
Right.
Kind of in a little bit in you said like in a park, when you're not on top of the
Right.
kids.
Well-
I think, but I'm saying as a mom, I didn't want to kind of be like, puffing on my kid's head.
Right.
But I get that part of it. But,
Well, I'm very
I waited.
respectful
Mhm,
smoking around people.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm at a gathering, friend's house, or if I'm out and there's people around, I am very respectful of taking my cigar away because smoke is offensive, no matter what it is. Cigarette, pipe, cigar, it's very offensive to people who do not want to actually indulge in that.
Oh, totally.
Or even want to actually smell that.
Yeah.
I believe in smelling the fresh air. I believe in people being healthy.
Totally.
I used to be a bodybuilder.
I was going to say,
as you
send
know.
me one of those pictures.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a picture. Can you send me one of those?
Yeah, I'll
Can
send you
of those?
one.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
I'll
a
send you
picture
one.
of
I'll
T-Mac.
autograph it for you
Wait
too.
until you see T-Mac.
That was many moons ago.
And you won awards for that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
going to put that up. You can,
Yeah. So I believe in health and fitness.
100%.
And also my biggest thing now is I'm into fly fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So my fly fishing I do around here. I go up to Roscoe, we go up to Vermont, and I love my fly fishing. Sometimes I'm out there with my cigar, sometimes I'm not, because it's very difficult to focus on trying to cast and have your fly skim across the water, and you're worried about dropping your cigar. So, but I have outside activities besides, smoking cigars and repping my cigar company. You have to stay useful. Like one of my favorite idols, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a great book out called Be Useful.
Totally. The funny thing is I almost brought it to put in this stack.
Really, you should have. I have.
I gotta. Yeah, that I'm gonna be featuring that. Yeah, check that out. Get that. Pick that up. It's yeah.
It's a great book. It's a great book. Documentary is on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
wanna
good.
see that, yeah,
Talks
because,
about his life as an athlete, actor, and politician.
And all of it, but as a
He's just a really
philanthropist, if I can say the word.
yeah. He's a very motivating guy.
Yeah.
You would really have a newfound respect for him, and understand, his journey from Austria to America.
Totally.
Really, really great, unbelievable.
It's a real good immigrant story.
Yes, it
actually,
is.
Because you'd be surprised. You could maybe judge him, like off the cuff, like he's a Hollywood movie star. No, you'd actually be very surprised. He's
Smart
very
businessman.
humble, and he kind of like the way he I want to say frankly, that's probably not the word. The way he talks about his Hollywood counterparts, he was like, no, I don't.
Yeah, he was very, very competitive.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't roll that way.
Very
even
competitive.
though he's a big movie star too,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised. So check out his book, Useful, because it is like a good self-help book, a motivate.
Yes, it
whether you're
is.
doing business or in your personal life, I think.
Yes.
It has a lot of key points.
It's very uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
Very uplifting.
Yeah, totally.
I have a book coming out after his.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say I got two.
It's gonna be called. You know what? I have. I do journal, and I have what I call Macisms, small little quotes that I've written down, and I have a beautiful 18-year-old granddaughter. Her name is Jagger, and whenever we talk, I'm always giving her, some of the Macisms that she can actually keep and pass down when she decides one day to maybe have a family. Not too soon. She's 18. I want her to live her life first. But
Sure.
But I have a book of Macisms, certain things that my grandfather would say, and I would just jot them down. Certain things that my grandmother or my mom or my dad or some of my relatives.
All right, I have an idea. When you come back on here, we talk about your cigar in honor of your grandpa.
Yeah.
Then when you get to your 1-year anniversary of that cigar, you drop your Macisms book in also dedication.
Yeah.
To your heritage.
Oh yeah.
And your family, because that I know, like I said, whenever I'm talking to T-Mac at the lounge, it's an uplifting experience. Talking about Schwarzenegger, like being uplifting. I leave here and I'm always like, that guy, man, he's got the wisdom to keep me going. Yeah, you always have something fun to say, something clever to say. So I think I'm gonna nudge you to be like, get your Macisms. We'll print that. We gotta print that.
Well, you know what? My thing is this: is that I made a decision in my life that I was never going to allow, society to separate me or judge me. I was like 9 years old, and my mother. She just looked at me and she smiled, and she said, that's going to be a hard feat to do because, people are always going to actually criticize you or they're going to have an opinion. My philosophy is this: you can have whatever opinion you want of me, but that's not the opinion that I have of myself.
You heard that. That's why I love this guy.
I was not built by you. I was not made by you. So you can't break me down, nor can you kill me. So I can only destroy myself. And there's only one person in this life of mine that can ever take any of that away from me, and that's the man above. Right. That's God Himself. People would always say to me, you have to fear something. No, I don't. Well, there's always two things that my mother used to always say to us. She says, you need to fear two things.
Her.
Me and God. So my younger brother would say, well, we go to church every day and God should come first. My mother would say, damn it, who's here with you right now?
I was going to say, that's yeah.
So that's it. And you know what? Listen, you wake up every day And my thing is, why wake up to be miserable? Why wake up to actually hurt other people or talk down to other people? I have no time for that. I try to circle myself around a good group of individuals. I love my family. I love my friends who are like family. And, you know, I only have one life, and I'm not going to waste it being angry at this person or being upset because this person is doing this. I have no time for that.
Nope.
I only have time to live. Smoke cigars, fly fish, keep this old building body of mine, you know, in shape, and, you know, continue to wear my swag.
Yeah. I
love clothes.
Yeah, you got the swag. But I did kind of want to say, before we do close, I want to again say how nice your flavor notes are on here. You got the vanilla, it's the molasses. So, like we said in the beginning of the show, here the 1962 McFadden. If you're in this area, please come check it out. And if you've had it, please comment below. We want to know what you think. And so you were saying how you were a bodybuilder, but I just kind of am curious, and maybe the people want to know too. All these years later, what type of routine do you have today? I mean, you're a grandpa, so you're still holding. I mean, you're holding strong. I mean, you look. If people didn't know, if you didn't tell people you were a grandpa, I don't think they would guess it. So what I'm saying is, what type of lifting are you doing today? What are you doing any more? Anything to maintain?
You know what? Of course, I don't do the workout that I used to do when I was bodybuilding. I was a competitive bodybuilder for about 12 years. And I started when I was in college, working out with this guy who also was the strength coach for the football team, and he was a correction officer. And used to go to his house and work out when they closed the college gym. And I just fell in love with it. And in my first Muscle and Fitness magazine, I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger and Robbie Robinson on the cover, and just fell in love with bodybuilding and started working out. There was a gym in Terrytown called the Body Shop, and started working out there. And then there was another gym.
I was going to say Gold's. How about
yeah.
Gold's?
Then there was a gym called Flex Fitness Center in Terrytown. And then I found myself out in California, and I started working out at World's Gym and Gold's Gym. And I stopped being a competitive bodybuilder. I was all natural, never took steroids, and it was difficult to compete against the guys who were actually taking steroids. And you know, nothing against that, but it was just very difficult to, you know, continue to compete on that level when you had guys that were actually, you know, taking growth hormones. But today my workout is different. I do mostly cardio. I do a lot of machine work, which is much better for your joints as you get older. I have 2 titanium knees and a hip replacement, and that was through playing football throughout my entire life, and I played a little bit of rugby, and also I you know, with bodybuilding, weightlifting, you know,
I think Arnold was saying how he had his knee replaced too.
Oh, really? Yeah. He's had a lot of.
On a podcast, and you wouldn't think, like, you'd say, oh, you're so.
Yeah, he's
strong,
had a lot of injuries. It does. It does happen.
Your joints kind of sneaks up on you.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I'm fully, you know, most people will call me the Bionic Man, but then they also call me like, you know, the Junior Terminator, because I have titanium and metal throughout my entire body. But the workouts that I do, and I work out maybe 3-4 times a week, and I enjoy it. I enjoy riding my electric bike. Most people think that I'm cheating when I ride my electric bike, but you know, the pedal assist comes in handy after a few miles. And then my fly fishing is
still better than someone on the couch.
Yeah, and then the fly fishing is another aspect of exercising too. and it's mental exercise.
Yeah,
It's
mental.
very therapeutic, which I'm a big proponent of.
Yeah. Well, they're knocking on the door up there. I hear it, and so I thank you so much for coming.
I want to thank you for having me. This is a great podcast, PurosMusic. You got to check it out. She is amazing. I was like 95th in line to, do the pod. I've been trying to be on here for like the past 5 years.
No,
No.
you're number one. You're number one, and truly, truly. All right, so we're gonna do our closing toast, and T Mac's gonna do it with me. Are you ready?
Yes.
We'll say the first portion together.
Okay.
Here's to cheating,
Fighting, stealing, and drinking.
Oh, we gotta get our drink. You gotta get your coffee. All right, we'll take that from the top then, because we definitely have to cheers it for good luck. So we'll take it from the top. Here's to
Cheating, fighting, stealing,
and
drinking.
You say the next line.
If you cheat, may you cheat death.
If you steal, may you steal the heart of people you love.
If you fight, you fight for your friend.
And if you
Drink, may you drink us together.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
And cheers to you. And we'll see you
Next time.